Hey everybody, welcome back to Steve's Garage. You know me, I'm Steve, and this is the garage. So simple as that. Hey, another beautiful day here in Western Mass, and it's sunny, 45, and no wind right now. A little bit of snow left on the ground, but it's President's Day. We're in the middle of February, and President's Day weekend is go buy a car weekend, right? So we're not buying them, we're building them here. So I want to catch you up to date. It's been a little while. I've been busy with other stuff, and here I am back on it. I'm also waiting for parts. I have my last few parts coming in to wrap this job up, and can't wait to get it on the road. Spring's coming. So let me show you what we're working on, how far we've come with the interior, and we'll go over my door mechanisms that I made, and again, waiting on some parts. And that's about it. So without any further ado, let's go. Show you what's going on. Hope you're all having a great day. It's Monday, President's Day. And just enjoying the weather. Letting winter pass by here in New England. And so here's the car. I've got all my door cards in there. That one's for you, Jim. Got my interior handles on. I'll show you what I had to do to make all that and finish up with that. I did get my steering wheel on, and I threaded the interior of that. This is on a Model A steering column. This would be where your wire would go down for the horn. And what I did, if you can see that, is I threaded that with 3/8 bore, and I think we're 16 threads per inch, and now that threads right down the center of the steering column, and that will hold on my banjo steering wheel, because I wanted to use this steering wheel. I actually got this steering wheel with a car that I bought, so I'm not going to just hand tighten that. I'm not tightening everything up until the very end. I'm going to probably have that steering wheel off again to work on the interior here. So here we are. These are my door handles. They work great. I'll take that card off and show you in a minute. And this is my interior that we're going to use on these panels. So that will be my interior panels. We do have the carpet in. I don't think I showed you that yet. Carpet is a red carpet by Viking. I thought it matched the color. I was going to do black at first, and then I saw that color. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make it over the top, like everything we're doing here. And I took a hot iron, or a hot piece of rod, and I melted all my areas where I'm screwing in the seats. And I also put in these rivets that it's a special rivet that has already pre-threaded. It's hardened steel, and that will hold my seats down. I'll bolt into those. And so I want to show you one other thing. We made Mini-Me. This is a model that I bought. These models, they stopped producing these in 1985, but I found this model on eBay. I bought it a couple of years ago, and I just kept staring at the box cover, because I use the box cover as my model for this car. So it's kind of this is part of my inspiration. I always love the Duesenberg and all that kind of thing. So I bought this model and used the cover of the model, which is over here on my door now, and that is my brain inspiration, get your head going, get your juices flowing, start thinking about creating, measuring, and making. And here we are. I do have water in the system, and you can see it's not leaking. That is not a water leak. That's an old leak from something else way back. And so we've got water in the system. Don't know if we can see it down there or not, but it's right there. So we got water, we're all good. my little pigeon here, whatever it is, which works like a champ. What the hell's going on now? What am I doing wrong, guys? Oh, there it is. Just must have been right hand. I'm a lefty, so I was right handed it. So that's the problem. Waiting on new points and condenser, because it still has the old points and condenser from way back when. And that's it. So we're moving right along. I think we're looking good. Got my dash all screwed in. You can see the screws on top there. I'm going to send my glass patterns out to be built. And here's the dashboard. Everything running. In the last video I showed you all the lights and everything moving and the directionals. Everything wired up and done, and couldn't be happier. So let me show you my door handle mechanisms. I'll put you in the tripod here. And I'll take these off and show you what we got. So, flat screwdriver. So yesterday we went to the movies down at there. We have a MGM casino here, and they've got a movie theater in there. And you sit in the seats, and they all have electric buttons on them, and you push the button and the seat unfolds like a recliner. It's really amazing, and you couldn't be more comfortable. And we had a ball. We ordered the tickets online, went down there, and everything was fine. And it was great. And we watched the movie called One Love about Bob Marley and the Wailers. And what a amazing movie. Did a hell of a job with it. And if you like reggae, you'll love the movie. It's really great. And me, I love reggae. I really love all kinds of music. It's too bad they can't let you play music on YouTube because all the copyright laws, you know. But what are you going to do? So, we talk instead. One more screw. So here is my mechanism. I'll show you. I'm pretty proud of this little sucker. So this is the actual car piece, the door lock piece. Then I made this piece of steel, to size, cover with some fender washers. Then these things, I started out using these little stops and putting these stops on and then screwing them in place. But then I found online, and you can look for hours and hours and to find all this kind of stuff, but I found online these are for like door locks, latches and locks. And this screws onto this 5/16 rod, holds it in place great. I drilled it out where I needed to drill. And then you just, turn the lever. I put then had to put a return spring on. And again, it's all trial and error, you know what I mean? But I think it worked out really well. It's very strong, sturdy, and that's what it's all about. So on the other side here, you open it up, bang, that opens. If they turn it that way by accident, it springs back because it doesn't open it in that direction. I should pull the handles down to make it open. So that is that. So once I get my, I'm waiting on escutcheons. I actually bought these escutcheons from you-know-who. I'm not going to say the name. I know I'm getting mad at me. But I bought 32 door handles, interior door handles, and these, the only reason I bought these, there's 1932 car, because they have all this nice work on them, and this car, I want to have all nice stuff. I didn't want just a plain flat. I saw that engraving style there. I says, you know what, that's going to be great. So these are 32, as you can see on the paperwork here, 32 to 34 Ford, right? Here's an escutcheon, 32 closed car stainless steel escutcheon. So that's for 32 also. But when you take the two and you try to commit holy matrimony, this doesn't fit into the escutcheon. So, it's supposed to be up to this line right here, and it doesn't fit in the damn hole. So, of course, you have to fire your screwdriver across the garage 3 times and run around with a rant and rave. But this is the way it is building a custom car, guys. It does nothing, absolutely nothing is made for your project, and it's not easy. So that's just the way it is. So you trial and error, you order stuff, you send it back, but you figure whoever's making all these catalogs and when you're ordering stuff online, if it says 32 and it's 32, well, they all should marry together. Obviously, no one's doing that math. So that's that. So there's the door card for that. And this is our vegan leather, otherwise known as pleather. If you were a kid back in the 70s and someone had a fake leather jacket, we called it a pleather jacket. So it's vinyl, but it looks like leather. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. And that is that. So, what are we doing next? I think I may put some pleather on one of my door cards for you. So hold tight. I'm going to pause and we will be back. All right, so I've got some of my pleather laid out. I've got left-handed scissors, so I'm left-handed. And how do you know that they're left-handed scissors? Because they say right on them, left-handed. All right. I asked for these from Santa Claus a couple of years ago. I wanted to make sure no one took them, so I marked them myself so they don't leave the shop. This was pretty reasonable too. It wasn't very expensive. So if you're doing your own car, buy your own stuff and do it yourself. So I've got some 3M stuff here, contact adhesive. This is what we're using to stick her on. One thing I want to do is put some paper down here, because if I'm going to do multiples, you don't want the 3M, you don't want the adhesive stuck to the wood, and then you're putting your panel down, and you wind up getting glue on it. So if you get the glue on the paper, you now have to put more paper down. Those are right-handed scissors. Because paper is cheap, you can get a roll of this for $5, $6, $7. I don't know, somewhere in there. And it's good stuff to have around the shop. You can use it for patterns. This is what I put down to make the pattern for my carpet. While we're on this subject, I was going to show you if I think I still have a pattern around here. I was going to show you that pattern. And make sure you got shit stacked up everywhere, because it helps you with the project. I'll tell you. Alright. So let me, hang on 1 minute. So this reminded me of, this is my pattern for the floor. So you can see how many pieces, when I come up around the wheels and stuff, I just use tons of pieces, so you're not, trying to go in and scribe around every little hole. Here's the holes for the seats that will screw down. I heated up a piece of rod. But then when I got up around the foot pedals and stuff, you can see here, I just kept on cutting little pieces and putting it in and working it into where I had to do, where I was going with the steering column. And, it's all torn up now, but my pedals and clutch pedal, gas pedal, cool stuff. So it goes fast. Just cut a little piece, put it in, cut it out, put it in, tape it down. And then I put this on top of my carpet. I followed all those edges with magic marker, and then cut it out with a razor blade and a straight edge, and that thing fit right in there perfect. So that just in the long run, it looks like chaotic. A chaotic piece, but really it made the pattern pretty quick, and it went in really fast. So I've got to grab my brayer. I'm going to pause you for a second. We'll be right back. All right, so this is my brayer here. It's just a roller, but it's called, in the art world, it's called a brayer. And when we make prints and stuff, this is used to put ink on and ink up the wood block or whatever you're making your prints from. So there's your lesson on the word brayer for the day. So now, I'm going to spray my panel. And we're going to spray the fabric, the pleather, the vinyl, whatever you want to call it today, guys. Now see how I'm going over on the paper? Now if that was on the wood and I do another panel after, then that's going to stick to my the face of the vinyl. And you don't want that on the face of the vinyl because it is nasty to get off, and most likely you'll end up destroying your vinyl. And as simple as that, we got her covered up. Don't be shy with it, boys. Get it on there. Boys and girls, yes, boys and girls. See a lot of girls, a lot of women in the car biz these days, and I think it's awesome. Good stuff. So now we wait for it to dry, and that should take 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to sing you an old song and dance song. No, I'm not. I'm going to put it on pause. I'll be right back. I wouldn't do that to you. Hang on now. All right, through the magic of camera, we have come back a few minutes later, and it is tacky. I'm not going to touch it because I don't want it on my fingers. And I just noticed in the camera, we can see old Earl there. Y'all remember Earl, right? Earl, say hello to everybody. Nothing. Anyway, let's get her going, get this thing done, and we can see how she looks. So I'm just going to pick a spot here, get it kind of centered, and commit. And there it is. We'll take the brayer from this side, start with your center, roll out. Gotta oil that up. So now we're going to take and we're going to flip it over. But what I want to do, once I get it off the ground here, flip this paper over. Oh, that didn't work out, did it? I'm going to get rid of that shit. Put this down this way. Now we're going to bray it the way we need to do it. Now there's a center hole in here, which we'll talk about later. And I don't want to be in that hole. I don't want to push in and draw the fabric in. So now start from the center. I see that's going down nice and flat. Roll your way out. Great. Okay, now we're going to get to the detail. Flip it over. I do have to spray again, so I'm going to put paper back down. I'm just going to put some new stuff down. I'm not going to screw around with that other stuff for right now. Because time frame. It's always about time. There's never enough. I actually tried making a video yesterday and gave up for the day. I made it 4 times, and because of my brand new phone, I hit the side button 4 times and erased the video. So I gave up. I'm like, you know what? That's enough for one day. All this stuff is wonderful, but it's aggravating. Now, here's the panel. You see, it's nice and flat on that side, and still, if there was a little pucker in there, you can go back, hit it with that brayer, and flatten it right out. Now what I need to do is get some spray on here. Not that, that's glass cleaner. So get some adhesive on the wood here. Need it around this edge here. Because in this center ring, now remember I already sprayed this, and I don't want to go too far out, so I don't want to hit the paper that we've got down there. So if you can see what you can, this center ring here, we're going to cut and stretch over. And what's going to show in that, it's going to be open from the inside. And I'm going to have a stainless steel wire mesh in here. All right. So you're going to see a stainless steel wire mesh, which is going to match my outside vents that are on the car. Therefore, when you're driving forward, the air will blow through here, come out the back, and it'll keep that, the whole back of that body is hollow. So I think with the sun, it'll, collect a lot of heat. So that is my homemade ventilation system, or 1920s version. So again, we've got to let this set up for a little bit, and we'll be right back. All right, we're ready to rock and roll here again. So what I did was I cut 3 corners off already, but this corner here, I'm cutting, and I'm just making it like it would be almost like a 45, close enough. And I kept a little extra edge on the edge here, so when we pull it in, we'll have a little piece hanging over there, but we'll make sure we don't have any wood showing, all right? So I'm going to take and start folding these sections in. I think where this bottom one will be fine. But again, I'm starting from the center. I'm working my way in, and I'm not touching down all the way. So there's always a little something to grab here and give it a good tug if you need to, all right? And you work your way in, done. Boom, boom. And again, these panels are all hidden behind something else, so this lower section, isn't going to show, but I always treat everything like it's, like you're going to see it, so I'll do it right, Now this over here, I've got to trim some of that off around that hole. So I want adhesion from the hole is probably the most important part. That's the part you're really going to see. So. Bring that downward, split a little of the difference. Again, start from the center. Pull that on. Work our way down. Done. If these outside corners are going to be seen, there's a trick for that where you cut a little and leave a little strip on that corner. You pull the corner over first and then you fold over from this side. But these are all going to be buried, so I'm not really concerned about it. We'll save that trick for another day. Thus far. Now, this circle, we'll get you a little closer to the action here. And this is the flat is like from right here to here. So I'm going to stay in about a 1/4 inch away, because this is 1/4 inch. I want to at least a 1/4 inch away, and the vinyl will stretch the other direction. Down the center. All right, so we'll pull these corners first. Now, we're going to run around this like a slice of pie. Again, be mindful to keep that 1/4 inch showing. Start from the center, start pulling that in. And you give that a good tug. Do the same thing down here. Start from down the bottom, or the center, I should say. This is where it's important with your brayer to put a lot of pressure on there. Get that stuff held down good. There you have it. You see that there good? All right. See how nice that is? All the edges are covered. See the bottom? All that covered up nice. Come on! All right? Beautiful. Well, I couldn't be happier than that. That came out nice. Let's get reset up here. We'll put it in the car, see what it looks like. And that will be the end of our video for today. Watch the product, fellas. Watch the product. So like everything, you know, it's all learning curve. I did this on my last car. I learned a lot. And again, you know, there's YouTube. That's what it's all about. I mean, so many guys are willing to share their information and help you out, and you just learn so much. So I'm waiting on my new escutcheons so I can put the vinyl on all the door cards except for the ones on the actual doors themselves. Is that the right way? Hold on. Tight and right. Make it tight, make it tight. So there's the first final card. Pretty happy with that. Well, everybody, thanks for coming back. I hope you're enjoying the videos. We're almost done with this car. Just doing the interior. Like I said, the wiring's done. It's waiting on a couple more parts, and we're going to put this thing together, get the seats in it, and take it for a ride. So, hope you enjoyed the journey so far. We do have another one on deck that we're going to do, 1936 Ford Model 48. We're going to chop that sucker up and turn it into something else, and that's it. So, hey, have a great weekend. Happy President's Day. Hope you're doing something nice today. It's a beautiful Monday out there, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for coming back. Don't forget to like and subscribe.